really interesting article that I read this month was titled Incidental Rotator Cuff Abnormalities on Magnetic Resonance Imaging, or MRI. And this study was out of Finland, and basically what they did was they took a sample or a group of 600 people and they looked at their shoulders using MRI imaging to see what was going on in there, right? And they wanted to compare this to how those folks felt when presenting to a clinician, whether that's a doctor or a physiotherapist or another healthcare provider, basically to see if how they felt matched with what the imaging said. And there were some really cool findings in this article. The biggest finding of this article was really that the imaging doesn't always match up with how folks feel. They found that 96% of folks with asymptomatic shoulders, meaning that they didn't feel any shoulder pain, showed some sort of abnormality on imaging. So that could be anything from a minor tear or even a full tear of the rotator cuff muscles. And then they found that 98% of folks with symptomatic shoulders did show one of these findings on imaging. So not a very big difference between the two groups. And I think what's fascinating about that really is that imaging doesn't always match with how we feel, right? And that can lead us into so many other conversations with physiotherapy and the things that will help you the most. One takeaway from that article is that, imaging and how you feel don't always match up. And it's important to use both information from that imaging, whether you have it or not, with the skilled assessment of a clinician, whether it's myself or another physio or another healthcare provider, because we want to see the whole picture, right? We don't want to just take information from one source, but we want to compile all those different sources, all that information, put them together, and set you up the best for success. Do you want to